Good morning, guys. Good morning, all of you.
Good one.
Good
Good
morning,
morning,
sir.
sir.
Fine. So today, what we'll do, we'll start practicals on all these options, whatever we have discussed one by one, this aspect. So let me log into the console. System is scalable storage in the cloud. Simple storage service. So let's create a bucket and then we'll do one by one. Okay. And I'm creating a number. Fine. So let's make it a public. Okay. Let's create bucket. What are the options I'm explaining you? I mean, whichever we are going to do practical today. Those options by we already discussed. By default, any option will be in a disabled state. So either while creating the bucket we can enable them, or after creating also we can enable them. So what is the first option in the bucket? Anyone remember? What is the first one? Properties. One is version. Okay. So before that, let me upload any object. So let me create a file. One. And this I am uploading. So what are versioning? What did we discuss versioning means? Anyone? What is the characteristics of versioning?
Keeping a track.
Alright. And then
Cycle.
add to the recycling. Good. So you have uploaded it. While creating file in a bucket, I mean not bucket, in your laptop or desktop, don't make mistake while creating. Don't give one.txt. Just give one. Why? Because notepad file is automatically by default it says as .txt. While giving the name only, if you make one txt here, I think this one I say. While creating a file, some people do mistake like this. One.txt they'll save. So how it will save when you upload? It will save as one.txt.txt. So don't do that mistake. Wait, I will say. So now I'm uploading one.txt. See how it looks like once uploaded. See? This is wrong. You should not do like this. One.txt.txt. So let me do this. So wrong. So what will be? Let's enable versioning on the bucket first. So it's a bucket level option, right? So whatever we're discussing bucket level option, that's it. Go to properties. See, it is in disable state. So let's enable it. Edit, enable, and save. So it's done now. Now come to the objects. Fine. So now we have enabled. Now we will. Now we can check the effects of versioning. So now I have uploaded text 1.txt. So observe carefully the date and timestamp 7:39. Type is txt automatically got, and the size of the file is 6 bytes. And the storage class is okay. Type of change standard. Now what we will do, what did I say? Today we will write one type of code. Tomorrow I will update the file, right? So what I will do, next day I will write some more line. So now what I will do, this I will update the same. Upload the file, add files. Same file, I'm not in the file is same thing. I'm just upload it. Okay. So what is the difference you observe now? After this upload?
Time
Size.
changer.
Size.
Size change.
Size change. Size is changed. Before it is 6 bytes, now it is 44 bytes. So first of all, just by seeing like this, can you understand whether it's the first version or second version?
No.
No, right? So how can you say if the versions are there or not? This is your option is there, list version. So currently it is in bigger display. Enable that one. See? There only. What is the first one? First file size, 6 bytes. What is the second one? 44. You can see in the timestamp of the first one, what time you uploaded? 7:39. Second one uploaded 7:40. So is the first characteristic proven or not? With the help of versioning, are you able to maintain versions or not? Yes, we are able
Yes.
to maintain versions. Next thing, if you want, you can close this. It acts as a recycle bin. So how can I prove that? Go to this one, delete, cycle, replace delete. So how can you get back again? So again, same option, list versions is there, right? Click on this. You see, actually for you it looks like it has been deleted, but what is happening? It is still there here. So what is the concept here? Means you see, let's using this server, bucket, and here you are having two versions. One that 1.txt is there, version 1, 1.txt is there, version 2. So what happened now? I have deleted the complete version 2 file. That means it is attached to version 1 also. What is version 1 is interrelated with version 2. Without version 1, how can you say this version 2? That's why both are interrelated, but at any time you will see only one version. Why? Because both files names are same. That we have already seen when I showed you this option. Then when you enable this option, then only you are able to see both versions. But when this is in disabled state, you can see only the latest version. But in the backend, it is saving both versions when you enable this option. Now when I delete it also, whether this one will get deleted, both. Obviously, both will get deleted. Why? Because version 2 is dependent on the version 1. So when I deleted 1.txt file, both are deleted, but it looks like it has been deleted. But what happened? These both versions were placed behind a wall, something called delete marker. You can assume this is something like a wall. Okay, so these were placed behind a wall. So when you're seeing from this side, it looks like these both were deleted, but these files were hiding behind this wall. So if you have to see these files again, what you need to do? You need to remove this wall. So remove this wall means nothing but you have to delete the delete marker. Can you see anywhere delete marker? Delete marker. So what we need to do? If you have to get back to your files again, back to your bucket, what you need to know? You have to delete this delete marker. So select this one, delete, delete, delete. Okay. Let's see what happens. Now I am closing this one. See this working, so I am closing this one. You got back or not? Or file? Version 2, version. Still you have cut out any versions are there, you can still have when I read like this. Version 1 is there again, version 2 is also there. So this way, Versioning helps you to keep a track of the versions of your file. At the same time, it acts as a recyclable. Even though by mistake you have deleted, they are just hiding behind delete marker. So if you wanted to get them back, simply delete the delete marker, they will come back. Okay. Any doubt in this?
How can we delete them permanently?
Same. Second time if you delete them, it will be gone forever. So now we have deleted here, delete right? Right. Now you know you will be finding them in delete mode. So what you know? This person. You can delete all this along with the delete marker also. Yes. So nothing is there. Permanently deleting permanently is easy. You have to enable this one and this. Okay. So next, yeah, what is the next option? Let's tags is nothing but just giving a name. Again, encryption also nothing is just simply enabling it. Just enable type each whether you want standard or key management service. That's it, nothing more than that. So whatever the options which are easy, I'm not teaching them because those options are just enabling, clicking one click. That I no need to teach you. But which are the options which you need, which is some complex, which you need to understand, those options I'm explaining because those are difficult. And this I will explain in lifecycle management when you understand. Actually, here is in this option you are able to say directly. So whether you are uploading to send. So straight away if you want to send files after 30 days to Glacier, after that deep archive Glacier, then you will use this option. But the same option in coming, we are using another option in lifecycle management. In lifecycle management also we can define, but there we have all 6 types. But here we are having only 2 types. Okay. So when I explain you lifecycle management, then automatically I will understand this option. Server access logging. Again, this also these logs. Moving further, we were going to use VPC flow logs, right? So there I will explain you how you will get these logs, how these logs are logged out, and into your network from which IP, how much traffic, when, everything will be logged in the VPC flow log. So moving further, we will be discussing VPC topic. In the VPC topic, I will show you how we log all the type of traffic into our network. This also, CloudTrail is a separate service which is part of our syllabus. When we discuss this CloudTrail, then also you will understand automatically. This is nothing but just logs. So who is doing anything, at what time who uploaded, at what time who deleted object, who created a new bucket, all those types of things. Coming to event notifications, this is mapped with SNS. Since we did not discuss SNS still, we don't understand this one. When I explain the SMS topic, automatically you can map this to that one. Simple notification service, that is also part of our syllabus. So you see, one service is interrelated with another one, not completely, at least 1, 2 options. That's why whatever the options are required in the real time, only those we were discussing because only in those services only they will be asking questions, and in those services only they will be doing work in the real time. Transfer acceleration. So this one, let's discuss this transfer acceleration. So what I'll do, I'll just create a new transfer acceleration. Okay, before explaining the transfer acceleration, I think there is one more option that is website hosting. Let's see, static website hosting is in the last block. First, let's discuss that. Yeah, you see, static website hosting. What did we discuss? Static website hosting. Why we don't use S3 even though we can host our website in S3? Still, why we are using EC2? Load balance auto scaling we discussed when I'm explaining the theory.
It's a static.
This is a static. So what I will do, yeah. So let's go back and we'll create a new bucket and we'll discuss static website hosting. This is an interesting one actually. For the first time you're seeing how you can host a website in S3 bucket. Static website. So you can host anywhere. First of all, you can create bucket anywhere. Mumbai, Singapore. Okay, now let's create in Singapore if you want. And then since the website must be accessible to everyone, let's make the bucket public first. Let's create the bucket. I can enable here also guys in that settings that static, but every time I'm showing you after creating the bucket, I'm enabling the options. Okay. So don't think only after creating you can enable. While creating also you can enable. You can see all the options while creating also. So first let's go to this one. Run static website hosting. So where it is in the property. In the properties last option is static website hosting. So currently it is in disabled state. So what we will do, let's edit it, enable it. So the moment you enable it, okay, we are hosting a static website. We are not redirecting any request for any particular object. If you want your customers to access only particular object, then you will use it. But if you want your customers to access complete website, then you will go with this one. Obviously, when you create a new website such a way that whole website should be accessible to the customer, not only one option, right? Let's take example of IRCTC. In IRCTC, can you book only train? You can book buses, hotels, holiday packages, flights, everything. So you are not redirecting only to one object. Similarly, here also, you want your customers to access complete website. So that's why I'm saying hosting a static website. Next. You know the basics of a website. So what is the basic file whenever you open any website? Whatever you're seeing, where is that place? In which
HTML.
Index.html.
index.html. So here also we'll have index.html. So what we'll do, create an index.html and error document and this keeping error.php. Actually index.html, but it doesn't mean you have to keep index.html only. You can keep any file name, but you have to make sure that file is present inside the S3 bucket. So here I can keep index.html. So that what I need to do in my local machine, I need to create a file called index.html. But what here, it's okay. We got bored of using index.html. Let's say in case raven.txt and inside everything. This is my static website. Hosting demo. So my home page is I am defining my home page is raven.txt. What is this error document? I will say later. After a few minutes, I will say it. And then say finish. So now I have given two files. I have mentioned in the properties in my static website two files. But are we really having physically those files in our bucket? Did we upload them? No. So the next thing you need to do is first of all you need to create those files in your machine, in your laptop. Like how I created revenge.txt. What is another file? Error.txt. So here something. And now these files you need to upload to your error.txt and revenge. Okay. So since these should be visible to the people, so what we will do, let's make it public. You know how to make it public. While uploading also, you know how to make public. After uploading also, you know how to make public. This all we discussed in the first class on how to make public. So now it's okay. Now what do you think is, now which URL I need to give to my customers so that they can access my website? Should I give this file? I mean this URL? Where is it? Yeah, object URL. Should I give this URL to my customer, or should I give this URL to my customer? Which one?
You must give bucket URL, bucket level, not
Right,
object level maybe.
right, good, good. So what did you observe? First of all, these URLs are specific only to that particular object. But what is our aim? Our customers should be able to see whole website at a time, not single. You won't give Google.com will Google give you one URL or they will give 10 URLs. For Gmail one URL, for YouTube one URL. You go to simply type google.com, you can see everywhere here. Okay? Gmail is here. If you go here, YouTube, everything is in one page only. Similarly here also, you want your customers to see all the whatever the options are there in your website, everything should be present in the same page. So there should be single URL. And where can you get that? Same. Go to the properties in the same option you will get it. Okay? You got a new URL or no? No. When it is in disabled state, there is no URL. But once you enable it, this is the URL at the bucket. So now this one you need to share with your customer. So copy this one. I will share with you. You can also check in your laptop, desktop, mobile, iPad, anything. Are you able to see your website or not? So what is your homepage here? What is the name of the file in which you kept your web content of homepage? In which file you kept your home web content? Remember about TXT. So here you can give network.html, you can give Raven. Anything is fine. The only thing is with whatever you have mentioned while enabling the option static website hosting, with the same name you have to create in your machine and upload it. Okay. This is only in S3 bucket case. You can't do this in EC2. Why? Because EC2 doesn't support TXT files. It supports only HTML, PHP, CSS, JavaScript, Bootstrap, these things. But S3, it's okay. You can give any. It is just a file. It doesn't bother about the format S3 because it is having its own algorithm of hosting the website. Okay. Now, do we have only one page in any website? Let me open this. Sorry, let me know. So do we have only one? So whatever you are seeing now, this is the home page. Again, what did we discuss in the web server class? Again, each home page has a own subpage. See, now this is which page again? AWS training PHP. This is another page. And let's go to another page. DevOps. See, DevOps training in Hyderabad PHP. So these are different pages, individual pages. So how can you get to have different web pages again in the static website hosting? So what means these website developers will be there, right? So inside this home page only they will hyperlink another page, something like devops.php, aws.php. They interlink inside this file. They're just mapping inside the file, but the physical file again you need to create and you need to upload. Something like you have to create another file, aws. No, no, something like this you have to create and you have to upload it like that. Whatever, same like hyperlinks, right? If you yeah. What is hyperlink? That blue color you see in the website, see, you see these blue colors. What are these? What do you call them? These blue colors in between. If you click on them, what will happen? It will redirect you to another page. But this is your home page, right? When you open Wikipedia, this is your main home page. But from this page, if you want to go to another page, see, click on this. It will redirect. How it will redirect you to another page? That means it is a separate. Again, this is a separate page. Something corpona dot that can be HTML, text, whatever it is. It is a separate page. Similarly, here also, if your website is having more than one or two pages, your website developer will give you all the files. So, okay, this is your main home page. This is your error page. So in your home page, I have mapped some 3-4 extra pages, something like Raven, AWS.txt, AWS.txt or DevOps.txt. Those files also he will create and give you. Simply upload those files into the bucket so that whenever customers hit this website with this URL, they will see here only another option also. Here only there is another option. Okay, AWS. Here only there is another option. DevOps like. And when they click on this AWS option, what will happen? It will redirect you to the AWS.txt which you have uploaded in your S3 bucket. Okay. Since here we did not map anything, some extra file, I'm just saying you what happens in the real time because we don't do that mapping. We are not website developers. They know how to map it. They know how to write that HTML language, all those things. You understood, right? What I said just now. Different pages will be there. If you want to see different pages, how you will map here and how you will upload. How can you see? That means you need to upload that extra files here, whatever you want your customers to see. Understood? Or any doubt in this? What I said just now? Understood or not? Any doubt in this? What did I say just now? Different pages. How can you see? In case if
Yes,
you are
sir.
having.
Good, Ravan. Yeah, we are good.
Now this is your website content. So now if you want to change this, what is the content now? This is static website post demo. Okay. Now I want to say something. I want to change it. After demo, I want to add something extra. Or maybe I want to remove this word demo. So what I need to do? How can I change this? How can I update my website content now? Can you update from here? Is there any option to edit here? Okay. Can you update the content of the file inside the file? See, you can't edit the content inside. Maybe you can edit the name or rename the object, but you can't edit the content inside. If you have to edit something inside, what you need to do? First, you need to delete this one. Where you have to upload that? Where is that object inside your mission? So here you need to. Okay, I have updated something. Let it be as, and then you need to upload back, right? So that's why we discussed. This is not a dynamic website. What is the advantage of EC2? Even though you want to change anything in your website, without bringing down your website, you can access everything. But here, if you want to change anything, so since this does not support dynamic changing, that's why now your website is down. How can you know your website is down? Now go refresh that page where it has redirected the moment you deleted your home page. Which file is this? Where we place this one? This content. In which file?
Error.txt.
Right, error.txt. So now we understood why AWS is giving two options. So while when you're enabling static website hosting, you need to give two options. One is home page, another one is error page. Home page is the moment customers hit the URL, whatever the main page they are seeing, that is called the home page. In case whenever they are not able to access the home page, maybe due to the network issue in their end, or maybe we are updating our website on our end, you need to give to customers some assurance, right? If you don't say anything, what customers will think? Maybe this website is not working. These people don't know how to manage the website. They'll think, but you give some reason for them. Okay, maybe we are updating our website. We will be back soon, or maybe test your internet connection so that they will test on their end. You need to give some information, even though your website is not working. So for that purpose, we use another file called error file. So the same error. So what is error file for Google? Has anytime you have to observe whenever if you forget to connect to Wi-Fi or internet, and if you go to google.com and Google Chrome, what will come?
Internet connection.
No.
No internet.
Yeah, no internet connection will be there. Not exactly they won't write no internet connection. Check your internet connection will be there. On top of that matter, one game will be there. Have you played or not? The dragon will be there.
Yes, yes, yes.
That game will be coming, and here they will write secure internet connection like this. So this is the error file of Google page, Google company, Google website error pages, that game and this one. And what is our website error pages? This one. That's it. The content might be different, but the process is same anyway. So now again, when it will go again when you upload the home page. So I have updated my website. So what I will again, I will add my Ravenflow PHP. So I have Ravenflow PHP. So just make sure it is. Then I will customize function. Okay. Now refresh test. Now refresh the page and see what will happen. Did we do anything manually? Only thing you have done is you just uploaded. Automatically it will only redirect you to the website. See, now I have updated my website. Something I have added some extra tool like this. So now what I do, if you click on this devops.php, if there is another file here prepared given by your data, this one, website developer, any physical file is present here, then automatically it will redirect you to another page related to DevOps information like this. Okay. Any doubt in this? So any option or this? Here I have explained you only two files, but in real time you don't have only one page, right? You have many pages like DevOps, AWS, Azure, like that. So all these files are also given by our website developer for you. You simply upload all of them, make sure all are public. But, so this is static website cost. Actually, this is also we don't use it depending on the company to company. Let's say in my project, they won't use anything static website because I said already. Website is usually 100% for website we use only EC2s only. We never rely on S3 buckets. Maybe for your internal purpose, let's say some in-house project where you're testing something. Maybe in next scenarios you might use S3, but other than that, in production, 99% no one uses S3 bucket for website hosting in real time. They use just for storing purpose. Mm. Now, let's discuss a different types of classes, storage classes. Okay. So let me create another bucket. Okay. Different storage classes. You can create bucket images. Not to create window, you can create window. If you want, you can make it public or keep it private. Why? Because you are not showing to any customers. So public or private, anything is fine. You see, guys, the storage is at bucket level. So what will they use this? Yeah, they want to test different storage classes. So let me upload an object. Okay. Okay. If you want, you can make it public or keep it private. No. Yeah. So what type of storage is this? The object which you have uploaded. It is standard. So if you want to change this to another storage class, how can you change it? Actions. Can you see here option? Like it? Storage class. Okay. We already discussed different types of storage. Standard, intelligent peering, standard 1A, one zone IA, glacier, deep archive glacier. This one. So let's say I want to make it another tier. So simply select that one, insert see immediately. If you want to change anything immediately, yes, you can do manually. But let's say the same bucket. Let's say you have another bucket, and in that bucket, every day you are getting 100 objects. Every day you are getting 100 objects, and all the 100 objects are being saved in a one standard storage class. After 1 month, you want all those objects to be automatically changed to the next storage class automatically, because you don't have time to every day to check. You can't remember the same objects 30 days and go and check. You can't remember. Everything should be automatic. So what you need to do in that scenario?
You need to mention the source limit bucket.
So you got my question right. Now I will create another bucket, and inside that bucket I am getting every day 100 objects, and automatically From that day I have uploaded my 100 objects every day. From that day on the 31st day, it will automatically go to the next storage class. That also automatically. So what is the option you can use? Did we discuss any such type of option?
While creating a bucket or object, that time we have to select replication, right? So if 30 days, it goes to this class or standard storage. If IA, then glacier or whatever you wanted. So that
Yes.
is replication, I think.
That is not replication actually. I have explained that example. What is the human cycle something like this?
Changing to storage class, right? That is the chain.
Forgot that word. What is life cycle management? What are you managing? Which cycle? Life cycle of which one? Life cycle of your data. First it is in standard. After 30 days you want it go to next. After 60 days you want it to go to next like that. What is that? It is changing its lifetime. Same like childhood, teenage, adulthood, like that, old age. So how you are changing the phases? That's a human life cycle. Similarly here also what is the life cycle of the data? 30 days it is important for you. Next 30 days it is not that much important. So you will say from standard to intelligent tiering. After 60 days, intelligent tiering to one zone IA. After 90 days, one zone IA to IA. Like that. Okay. So let's do the practical. Life cycle management. I think you forgot that word completely. What you said is replication. Replication means just copying the object, not changing the storage class. What the word replication? Replication means copying, getting copying automatically. But here we are talking about changing the storage class, not copying. Copying will be dead. Every day you will get 100 objects for sure. There is no issue with copying. But the issue is with I want to change the type of storage class automatically.
Yeah, correctly. I missed that word. I just forgot that word.
Yeah.
Life cycle management.
Oh, no issue. You can do any mistakes now. But the thing is, you just need to learn the concepts by end of the fine. Here is it. I will want to life cycle management now. Yeah, this is our life cycle. So first of all, here usually students get confused because they're thinking, okay, these are let's say these are different types of storages. One, two, three, four. Okay, first 30 days it will be here. After 30 days you will move it here. After 30 days from 0 this is 30. Again after 60 days you will move it here. After 90 days you will move it here. So these are your objects which you place here. These are the objects here. These objects are moved here from here here. So by looking wise you are able to think that life cycle management is an object level option. But actually the life cycle management is at which level option? Bucket level or object level option? It is a bucket level
Hitler.
option. Why? Because where you are storing your objects, you are storing your objects in the bucket. So if you want to enable this transition means nothing but changing. From that means after 30 days here, after 60 days, you need to define that rule. That life cycle management rule you need to define at bucket level, not at object level. Why? Because if you define life cycle at only object level, that will be enabled only to that particular object. But what did I say? My question, I want all the objects inside the bucket automatically to go to next storage class after 30 days. So you need to enable the lifecycle management at object level or at bucket level?
Bucket level.
At bucket level. So that's why you need to enable lifecycle at bucket level. So where can you find this lifecycle management? Yeah, management. This is the first one. This is about lifecycle rules. Currently we don't have any rules. So let's create a lifecycle rule. Create lifecycle rule. You can give any name. I'll say my life cycle rule. Next. What is the next option you study this and you can only see me the answer. Study those two options and tell me what is the first option, what is the second option.
Second option will apply to all objects.
Second option.
So the second option means if you select this one, automatically this rule, whatever the rule you are about to define down, it will be applicable to all the objects inside the bucket. But what is the first option? Limit
One or
the
more filter.
limit the scope using one or more filter. And where is the filter again? Where can you apply filter? Okay. And what is the type of filter? What is the nature of the filter? Prefix means what? English word. Prefix means something which comes pre. Pre means before. Post means after. Right? So what they mean, so here I am giving example. Let's say you are having 100 objects like this. I am having 100.txt. Okay? Like this 100 files I am having. But I don't want some files to be transitioned to the next type of storage. So what I will do such type of, if I want to enable this transition changing only to the particular object limit, that means you want to limit the scope of this life cycle rule only to the particular object, I will give one filter. What filter I will say? Whatever the object name starts with, uh, you can give any name, any prefix. Whatever the thing starts with R, single letter R, all these things only should be changed to the next one. So what I will do, if I want whatever the objects I want to change automatically after 30 days, after 60 days to the next type of storage, I will rename that file as r.1.txt or r.2.txt or .3.txt. So in this scenario, if you choose the first rule, first rule, now same is which objects in this bucket will go to the next type of storage automatically? Only this pink color. Whatever I have written in a pink color, only those objects will be automatically sent to the next type of storage after 30 days, 60 days, whatever you do, will do. Whether this will change to the next storage, which starts with black color, the file objects. No. Why? Because what is the filter I have given? Only the objects which start with R, only they should go to the next type of storage.
R or we can give any name, sir.
You can give any name. For your understanding, I said only name. You can give Ravens, you can give your
Okay.
name. So this way you can limit the scope of this rule. But if you want all the objects, that is simple. Simply select the second rule. This rule applies to all. When you apply this one, automatically that will go. See, that's what it is asking. I acknowledge that this rule will apply to all the objects in the bucket. So usually in real time also we use it all objects only. Why? Because we create buckets as per our requirement. Next, actually still we did not define the lifecycle rule. Still we have to define. The only thing you have defined till now is what is the name of your rule and to which objects you want to apply the rule, whether all the objects or only some objects. Okay, now we have defined. We want to apply our rule to all the objects. Fine. Next one. What is the life cycle rule action? So here there are so many options. First of all, it's okay. Don't study all these things. Here, let me first of all filter the options. When you study these words, whatever I am underlined, what did you understand? Only the words I have underlined in each option.
Versioning that we see earlier.
Right, right. That means here life cycle rule is considering all the possible topics. Maybe it is considering if in case if you have enabled versioning, in case if you have enabled versioning on this bucket, so definitely for maybe each file will be having two versions or three versions. You don't know. So it is asking Raymond, in case if there is versioning enabled in your bucket and each object is having maybe two, three versions, do you want me to apply the life cycle only on the current version or previous versions also? You got my point, right? What I said just now. In case if the versioning is enabled in this bucket and if each object is having maybe two, three versions, when you are applying life cycle rule on these objects, do you want all the versions of the object to go to the next storage class, or do you want to send to the next storage only the latest version, that is the current version, maybe the version 2 is the latest, only do you want me to send the next to storage only version 2? That is the meaning. Now, are we having Worsening enabled on this bucket. Did we enable worsening on this bucket which we are practicing now?
No.
No. So do we have anything to do with these options? Is there any concept of previous versions in this bucket? No, right?
No.
Because when the versioning itself is not enabled, how can you get a previous version? When can you use these options? In case if you enable versioning, and then also if any file is having different versions, then you can use these options. Okay? Since we don't have any versions, we can forget about these options. Next, so what we want to do, we want to change from one storage class to another storage class. What is that change? The another meaning for change is transition, right? That name is transition. So what we will do? Now I am starting to define here. See, the moment you select this option, you can see currently nothing is there. Something 00, current version, and previous version action. Okay. The moment I select this one, transition current version of this option, it automatically started giving one option. So what is happening here, guys? Let me draw the diagram. The same diagram will be reflected there somehow. So now this is standard. Next one is standard IO. Next is one zone IO. Next is maybe glacier. I think something is there in between. It was glacier, something like that. So whenever you are uploading object, you can define whether you can start your object with standard or standard. While uploading, you can define. You know how to change the storage class. We already discussed. So let's assume you have uploaded object in standard class. Okay, one object is there. So now we are defining the rules. You see here. Now I am starting defining the rules. So what I will say currently, the first storage class is standard. After standard comes standard IA. So from standard, after how many days you want to go to the next storage class, standard IA? Here you need to give the value. So let's have 31 days. So what is this diagram? So now I say this is the 0th day standard class. So what did I define now? After 31 days, you should go to standard 1 again. After 60 days, you have to go to next one. It's okay. For your understanding, you have to 30. No need one. No need to do something. 30. And after that 60. Why I am giving only 30? Why I am not giving 10 or 20? I will only show you. Because it's a minimum.
Yeah, values is 30. They have mentioned that default value or
Not default, it's a minimum.
minimum. Yeah.
A minimum of 30 days is required before transitioning to standard 1. Not only standard 1, between any storage class, the minimum time is 30 days. You can't go less than 30. That's why if you keep 20, it will show error down. So that's why I'm keeping 30. So what will happen, guys? After 30 days, automatically that objects which are in standard class, it will come to standard 1 after 30 days. Got it? Next, still you want to add that transition, you can add. Okay. Again, after 60 days, I want to come to intelligent table. So the same thing I have done here too. So after 60 days again, I want this to come from standard 1A to intelligent table. I think IA, intelligent table. So now my question for you here is, listen carefully. How many days it is staying here? After how many days it is going here? Well, now my question is here, guys. Listen carefully. From here to here, after how many days? Whether the answer is 0, 30, 60, 90. From here to here, only here to here. Is my question.
30. 60.
60.
Okay, yeah, you can say. I have given you 4 options. It's a bit it's a bit confusing. That's why I asked this question. Someone said 60, someone said 30. It's okay. At least you're on a better side. In some batches they said 90 also. So here the logic is you understand carefully. That's why I have drawn this diagram for you. From after how many days it went to standard IA? 30. So there is no doubt in this. Now come back to this table. What did I mention here? 60. And where did I mention what is the heading of this?
After creation.
Days after object
Creation.
creation. So now come back to here. So this object has came to here, right? So this object finished already how many days? The moment it reaches here, already
30.
this object finished 30 days of its lifetime. Now I mentioned after 60, here I have mentioned 60 years. In the diagram also I mentioned 60, there also 60 only. From here to here means the count from here starts from 0, 31.
31.
31. So now same is the answer. What is the difference here? The days is
30 days.
Even though I mentioned here 60, but the difference between these storage classes is
30.
30 days. Why? Because I have mentioned 60 here, but the count 60 starts from where? From here it is 60, but from here it is 30. You got my point or any doubt?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So that's why it's a very simple one. Now that I explained, it is easy for you. If you get doubt, you simply study this line, then you'll understand. Days after object creation. So the date starts from 0. 0 is standard storage. 30 is standard 1A. After the 31, 32, then it will go to on 60th day, it will go to intermediate. So difference between these two is 31. And again, here also I can't give 20. Why? Because you can't give 50 here. See? If you give 50, what it will say again other at least 30. So guarantee at least 30 means what is the minimum? 30 plus 30 is 60. So you should start at least with 60, not less than that. So whatever I am mentioning here, see automatically the diagram is being drawn. The AWS is drawing diagram for you below, so that you won't get confused. You see, if you remove this one, automatically diagram is also good. Now it is day 60, day 30 is there, right? Now if I delete this, the diagram will also go. See, no diagram is there. Okay. Add another transaction. 60. Now it's okay. Now you are done. You don't want to change on. There are so many classes. See? Next is one zone, glacier, deep archive glacier, all these things. But you don't want to use these things. Straight away after 60 days, you are done. You don't want to you want to straight away delete it. So what you need to do? Delete. Yeah, now this one expire. Expire means delete. The current version of object. See? The moment you enable option, some new option comes. Now let's say I'm not marking this option. See guys, currently you don't have any option here. Only the diagram is there. Right? Base object transition to one zone ID. Of course, we did not define that. If you want, actually I have given you. See, actually I did not mention any value. That's why here it is not showing anything. Day is empty. We don't want to go to one zone again. So I'm removing this one. Come to the diagram. See, it's gone. Now what we want to do after 60 days, you don't want the object completely. You want the object to be deleted automatically. So delete means you want to expire the object. The moment you select this option, see some new option came into the picture. Expire current versions of the object. Now say me what value I need to keep here.
60 because it's mostly object creation.
Which option?
61.
Actually by seeing my options only I got to know the answer. Simple logic. You only said to AWS that I want to stay here till the 60th day. That means even 60th day also object should be present. Can you keep here 60? You are only saying the object should be present till 60th day in my bucket. You are only saying on the 60th day delete my object. Are these conflicting rules or not? So how when you want to delete the object the next day? So what is the next day after 60th day? Maybe 61st day. Definitely you can give anyone, not only 61. Maybe you can give 62, 63, anything. But definitely the value should be greater than 60. If you want, I will show you the error. I wantedly I'm giving you 60. See what error it is. What it's saying? Integer value must be greater than 60. Similarly, not only, let's say you want to add one more transition. Give 90. See now automatically this value changes. So now what it is in greater than 90. So this is the concept guys. Concept is always same. So now what I will do, I will need to put here 90. Yeah. And now see the diagram. See automatically AWS has drawn diagram for you. From 0th day it's a standard. From standard it came to standard IA after 30 days. Again after 60 days it went to intelligent hearing. Again after 90 days it will go to 1 zone IA. And finally after 90 of first day it will expire. And what is this whole process? This is automatic or manual? This is automatic because you don't have that much time to check. Will you remember what is the option after 30 days? You can't remember out of all those objects every day. So everything is automatic. Now you create this option, create a rule. Next, yeah. Successfully you have created your life cycle rule. You can see even after creating also just by seeing this one, you don't need to go inside. If anyone has already created a life cycle rule, if you want to know what is the life cycle rule, you can study this one, the actions page. So what is actions? Transition to standard IA, then intelligent theory, then one zone, and finally expert. Just by studying this action, you can understand what is happening inside this bucket. And this rule, have you applied only to one object or complete bucket? How can you say? Scope. The scope is for entire bucket. So from now onwards, so go back to the bucket. If you upload any object into this bucket, so add any file to this bucket. So what is the date today? Yeah, April 30. So on which standard it is? 0. So what will happen after from now April 30 to next 30 means? May 30. I'm not sure. So let's get it May 30. So automatically this will change to standard IA. Again May 30 means again from that day 30 days means June 30. Automatically it will change to one zone IA. After that automatically after May and May, sorry, this is it, May, June 30. 30 is finished here, 60 is finished here, July 90 is finished here. On the 91st day, automatically this object will be deleted from your bucket. You can't see this one after 90 days. On the 91st, till 90th day, you can see on the 91st day, this object will be deleted automatically from this bucket. This is how you apply lifecycle management on the bucket level completely. Now I can't show you the practical. Why? Because you need to wait
20 days.
30 days.
30 days.
I need to wait. If you want, you can practice. You just keep a you keep S3 bucket in your while practicing make a bucket. Do the whole
After
thing.
30 days, it will
Yeah.
expire.
You can check. Maybe you can keep an alarm after 30 days in your mobile, and you can check. It will change. It will change.
Yes, sir. Yes, yes.
So still some more options are there. That's why I said right. In next class we'll discuss some more. So what are the other options still remaining? Transfer acceleration is one thing, and replication and permissions, bucket policy, access control list, these things. So these things we'll discuss in the next class.
In next class, once you show filters also, sir. Filter type.
Yeah, if you want filter type, you can. So that means how to apply filters.
How to create rename? How to keep rename?
No, rename is same. Here on also wait. Where is this other website? Website management, right? So what you do, you want okay now I will say you create upload one more page. add file one px. We have uploaded it. Now you want only the file name which starts with R. Only the file name which starts with R. You want the lifecycle management to be rule to be applied.
Yes, sir.
So what you can first change here also action rename the file rename object. So what you can before R I will keep and now go to your lifecycle management
Yes.
and here you can say edit. First you need to edit it because we already created edit. Yes. Now you want to limit the scope to only one. Enter the prefix. My prefix is R dot. That's it. And then you save. See now. Now the scope is not entire, but the scope is only
Yes, sir.
which starts with only one.
Yes. Okay.
That's it. Guys. If you're having any doubt, you can ask me. It's very easy. So you see how many options we have discussed today? How many buckets we said that many options we discussed? We have discussed some options here. Storage class, lifecycle management, static website.
Four of.
So I'm not wasting your time here for deleting. You know how to delete it. You know first you need to empty the bucket, then you need to delete. So after practicing, you make it. But if you someone who are interested to see how it works, you keep a alarm after 30 days, keep a object there, and you can test that whether it's working or not. So today's okay. So we'll have our next class on Monday then. Okay, you practice all these whatever the previous classes you missed it. Go to my recorded video, practice that. If you have any doubts, you can post in the WhatsApp group in Saturday Sunday. I'll get back to you.
Tomorrow no class.
Yeah, Saturday and Sunday we don't have class. On Monday
Okay.
we have.
Yes. Tomorrow Hari sir is keeping from 8 to 9
Yeah, Hari.
extra class.
Yeah, he did.
I told I will take information from Revan sir and I will inform you.
Okay, okay. Usually I don't get anytime. Only
Okay. Okay.
if I skip any classes in between, maybe for some reason we don't have class on weekdays. For covering, for compensating those classes, I will keep on weekend. In the
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir. I will inform to Hari sir.
Yeah, okay. Okay, guys, then have a nice weekend, and we'll meet on Monday.